welcome back everybody to Game 2 of our first ever Granite Skate Invitational hosted by New Hampshire Roller Derby. I am Beta.
And I am Big.
And we're going to start off with reading our rosters for Game 2, which is New Hampshire Roller Derby versus Aroostook Roller Derby. Skating for the New Hampshire Roller Derby All-Stars, we have number 111, Vigor Mortis. Number 154, Elizabethan Tragedy. We have number 33, Hannibal Rector. Number 4, Emily Deckerson. Number 40, Juki Fruit. Or 404, Juki Fruit. Number 40, Penalty Backs. Number 42, Frazier. Number 452 is Mackenzie Phillips. Number 480, Josie Sparks. Number 52, Terra Nova. Number 6, Death Star. Number 626, Ellison. Number 78, Candy Thorn. Number 87, Jagged Little Kill. And number 92, Blitzy Borden. Then we also have Michelle O. Bammer and Tupac Shocker. Oh, KP. Hi, also KP. We love Kim Possible. And now,
for our Aroostook Roller Derby Biohazards, we've got number 0, Locomotive Lopez. Number 00, Bumper. 009, Wiley Biote. Number 017, Melon. 03, Freak. 150, Roly Poly. 17, Patty Spit. 179, Barracuda Barbie. Number 21, Shorty. Number 28, Legs. Number 309, Razmik Stabs. Number 314, Wolfie. Number 32, Sasshole. 369, Number Muncher. 518, Heartless Birch. Number 6, Rapunzel. Number 714, Guerra Sucia. Number 8, Malice Borealis. 888, Narwin. And number 999, Tuck Her Up. And the Biohazards are coached today by Truck Norris and Bruce Lee.
now let's not forget to give a shout out to our officials. Officials for the tournament this weekend, we have Blondie, Mark, Bunny, Officially Mel, Caligori, Polytechnic, Sheriff, Sin, Cinder Elbows, Scoots My Glutes, Damon Mistress, Sticky Situation, Dry White Toast, The Dude, Ebb and Woe, Trampling Bias, Epi Penalty, Tugboat, Veronica Scars, Emma Goldmangle, WEB Destroys, Indy, Wild Goose Chase, Wipeout, Muffin, and with their 1200th game happening right now, Guinness! Wow. Both teams are getting ready to line up for whenever our whistle is blown. Looks like taking our first gens, we have number 6, Rapunzel, and number 52, Terra Nova. And that is our whistle starting our game. Getting out with lead jammer status is Rapunzel for Aroostook. Terra Nova now also out of the pack. New Hampshire trying to set up in turn 1 here. Rapunzel able to get through the pack, choosing to call off the jam there. Picking up a quick 4 points to start the game.
Yep. So, if I say that I've done a camera change, then...
And for our second jam here, we've got number 28 Legs with Aroostook going up against number 480 Josie Sparks for the All-Stars.
Yours might be speed limited, like there might be a setting. One of the cameras you can like see.
Both jammers are off. Legs trying to work through the pack at the front, and Josie powering through for New Hampshire, picking up lead jammer status. Legs able to get out, now eligible to score. Josie through, picking up 4 points here. Both walls stopping in the straightaway. New Hampshire looking to stop Legs here. Nice offense there from number 626, Ellison. Josie able to get through on the inside. Legs working through the pack here. New Hampshire tripod at the front. Another hit out by Janelle Ellison. And Josie through for another pass. Legs still working to get out of the pack here. 2 to beat at the front. And Legs is through. And Josie choosing to call off the jam there. Appears that is 15 points picked up by New Hampshire, 4 more for Aroostook.
And going into our third jam, we have number 17, Patty Spitt, skating for the Biohazards, and number 154, Elizabethan Tragedy, jamming for the All-Stars.
And Patty Spitt is out with lead jammer status. Liz close behind, catching up.
That pack's moving pretty quick, trying to stay out in front of those jammers.
And Patty Spitt choosing to call off that jam there, keeping both jammers scoreless. Coming up for our next jam, we have Wiley Biote and Candy Thorne. Ooh, Thorne almost able to stay on those toe stops on that inside line, cycling back here.
They did make lead for the America, so positive position for them.
Thorne through with lead jammer status. Ooh. Wiley Biote trying to power through, able to. Now out and eligible to score for Aroostook. And Thorne calling up the jam there. Thorne able to keep Wiley Biote scoreless, picking up 4 more for New Hampshire.
Juki Fruit skating as jammer for New Hampshire, up against Rapunzel for Aroostook. And Rapunzel ripping through the middle, but Juki Fruit able to get out and get lead jammer. Both jammers out of the pack, coming around the bend. Juki Fruit able to get through. Looks like they got some points before calling it off. And if I am looking correctly, that is 2 points picked up, taking us to New Hampshire with 21 versus Aroostook's 8. Still an early close game though. everything can happen in the next hour.
And everything will happen. Coming up now, we have 52 Terra Nova and number 28 Legs. Terra Nova almost able to get by. And is through with lead jammer status for New Hampshire. Legs still working against the pack here.
It's a really tight play so far. Not a single penalty that I've seen, Paul.
Oh yeah.
I hope I didn't just jinx us.
And yep, there is a penalty. First penalty of the game going to Jagged Little Kills. That is a track cut, I believe I saw. We had a star pass from Legs to 017 Melon. We have a timeout called.
Delicious. Get their hot sauce. Knock your socks off.
And jamming now, we have number 17, Patty Spit, and 480, Josie Sparks. Patty Spit picking up lead jammer status. Pack moving into the apex here. Josie looking to catch up. Patty Spit jumping over that line, calling off the jam, and waiting to see scores from both jam refs. Looks like 0-0. Jamming now, we have Liz, and I believe that is Rapunzel, yep. Both jammers trying to go along that inside line. Liz able to get out, pick up lead jammer status. Rapunzel now also out of the pack. Pack settling the straightaway here. And call off there from Liz. We see points picked up.
I gotta say, I appreciate the very animated hopping jam call.
Oh yeah, Liz, make sure
Big
that you see.
Yeah.
2 points picked up by New Hampshire that jam.
Now we're seeing number 7-8 Candy Thorne skating against 009 Wiley Biote.
Very solid walls. That is another penalty here, second of the game. That is to 3-3 Hannibal Rector. We have Wiley Biote out of the pack with lead. Candy Thorne still trying to work through the pack. Wiley Biote not quite able to find the line just yet. And is through now. 4 more points for Aroostook.
And there was a star pass from New Hampshire. Star now in the hands of 7-3 Possible.
Kim Possible out of the pack now for New Hampshire.
Honestly, I could steal the
That is a call off there from Wiley Biote.
That kind of jam is exactly what ARD needs. 12 points picked up, bringing our score to 31 to 22. A much closer game.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, we've got a
And with that whistle, both of our jammers are off. Juki through one to beat up front end. Juki is out, picking up lead jammer status for New Hampshire. Star is stashed now by number 28, Legs. Legs with 2 to beat. And that is our jam. I think we might just need to. We have our creative images, face and body artistry. If you want face paint, and April Landry art, as well as Painted Rain Studio. Be sure to head on over. Also, official Granite Skate Invitational merch at the New Hampshire Roller Derby merch table.
turns out I can't hear anything you say on headphones.
Number 5-2.
And both our jammers are off. That is 5-2 Terra Nova and number 6 Rapunzel. Rapunzel ripping through the pack there, picking up lead jammer status for Aroostook. Terra Nova 1 to beat. Ooh, nice knock to the outside there. That was the knock of the run back by number 369, Number Muncher. Rapunzel meanwhile through 4-4. Nova through the pack now. That is a penalty for New Hampshire blocker, 7-3-1, Kim Possible. Rapunzel calling off the jam there. Nice jam there for Aroostook. Looking like an 8-0 jam in Aroostook's favor. Scores now 30-31. And both jammers are off. That is Josie Sparks and Patty Spit. Josie 1 to beat. Ooh, very nice dodge there from Josie Sparks. Josie out with lead jammer status. Patty Spit on Josie's heels though. Pack settling in the straightaway. New Hampshire now down to just Ellison and Jagged Little Kill. Both jammers able to power through there. Ooh, nice little jammer on jammer love tap there. Pack setting up here in the apex. Ooh. Patty Spit bouncing off Joe Ellison there. Josie Sparks meanwhile cycled back here, taking a hit. That was 017 Melon for Aroostook. going to the penalty box. Josie getting through there, calling off the jam. With Aroostook with another blocker penalty at the end there. Could not see who it was. Do you see? That was number 150, Roly Poly.
And we're going to see Freak go up against Elizabethan Tragedy. Liz taking the inside, Freak going right down the middle. Liz changing tack, taking the outside for our lead jammer. Freak right on her tail though. You can hear Liz calling out to her team, talking tactics, calling the jam off after picking up 3 points. And that is a tie game for us right now, 42 all.
Ooh.
The meaning of life, everything in the universe.
Timeout called by Aroostook here. Friendly reminder, everybody, to be sure to keep an eye out for our raffle. Fundraising people will be heading around with tickets for the raffle. Plenty of cool prizes, and the raffle benefits both New Hampshire Roller Derby and the Manchester Diaper Pantry. Coming up now to jam, we have Candy Thorne and 009 Wiley Biote. And both jammers are off. Candy Thorne cycled back on the inside there. New Hampshire cycling back to try and help out their jammer. Wiley Biote hitting the pack to make that first scoring pass for Aroostook. And meanwhile, Candy Thorne one to beat at the front. And Thorne is now out and eligible to score for New Hampshire. Meanwhile, Wiley Biote cycled back there by 626 Ellison. And that is a track cut call on Wiley Biote, meaning that New Hampshire has the power jam for the remaining time of our jam. Also, there is now no lead jammer, so we will go the full 2 minutes.
I think this is our first 2-minute jam of the game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Thorne mistakenly calling for lead there. Does not have lead, though. Thorne 2 to beat here.
Some really smart play from New Hampshire there, holding back the white blockers so that they can spread that pack out real far.
And Wiley Biote out of the pack now, picking up 4 more. Thorne still working through the pack here, and that is the natural 2-minute conclusion of our jam. And an official timeout hydration break called. Gotta give our friendly officials a quick break to hydrate. Looks like New Hampshire with 8 points picked up there. Aroostook with, I'm seeing 4 currently.
Yeah, it's just gone. I walked around the whole building to see if maybe you went up. On their mics.
Looks like. Lining up to take the next jam, we have number 6, Rapunzel, and 404, Juki Fruit. And both jammers are off. Rapunzel with lead jammer status. And Juki Fruit now out of the pack, eligible to score. Rapunzel coming up on this first scoring pass. Aroostook, ooh, down to, it's like 2 blockers on the track. Looks like a 4-3 jam there.
Aroostook starting a little light with 2 penalties going into this jam. Terra Nova skating against legs. Let's see how this begins. Some solid offense again there from 626 Ellison. Aroostook holding their own despite only having 2 blockers. And Legs pulls out his lead jammer. Both jammers out. We've got Terra Nova out in the lead though. And Legs calls it off early to avoid New Hampshire scoring any more points, keeping the score at 50-57.
Coming up next jam, we have Patty Spit and Josie Sparks. Both jammers are off. Patty Spit able to power through just the one to beat. Oh. Patty Spit did pick up lead, but Josie Sparks is ahead. And Patty Spit calling off the jam there. Both jammers remaining scoreless once again. It's 3 in a row?
I think that's correct, yeah. But it's all good tactics, right? We've got
yeah.
If the opposing team is going to score, especially if they can score before you, let's just prevent that, right?
Yeah, just call it off.
Both teams at full strength. We've got number 6 skating in white, Rapunzel, and 154 Elizabethan Tragedy skating for New Hampshire.
Both jammers hitting the pack here. Liz finding that outside line on those toe stops is through with lead for New Hampshire. Rapunzel also out of the pack. New Hampshire with some offense here. And Liz getting through the pack, crawling off the jam. It's like both jammers picking up 4. It's just the opposite of last time.
Yeah, so net change 0.
Lining up now, we have Juki Fruit and Legs. Both jammers off. Nice offense here from number 8 on Aroostook. That is Malice Borealis. Juki out now, eligible to score with our lead jammer status. We have a star stash from Legs now. Legs, 2 to beat at the front. And Juki through for 4. Legs now out of the pack. Aroostook currently down a blocker. Juki hitting the pack, almost getting through, going just over that outside line, and electing to call off the jam.
And I'm seeing, I believe we had a track cut penalty on 404 Juki Fruit there at the end of that jam. So they will be starting as a power jam for Aroostook.
Quick lead jammer status there for Patty Spit. And Patty through for 4.
And Aroostook wisely calling it off there so that they can have 2 power starts in a row.
Wiley Biote taking the power start. Wiley Biote looking to work through. New Hampshire doing a pretty good job of keeping Wiley Biote from getting that lead just yet. Juki Fruit now on the track and eligible to take lead as well. Lead status called for Wiley Biote. New Hampshire down to 2 blockers on the track. That is number 4, Emily Deckerson, and number 452, Mackenzie Phillips. Wiley picking up 4. Wiley Biote getting slowed down by the 2 New Hampshire blockers. New Hampshire choosing to try and give Juki some offense here. Juki with the star in hand. Wiley Biote able to stay just on those toe stops on the outside. 4 more for Aroostook. And we have a star pass from Juki to Mackenzie Phillips. And that is the end of our jam. Aroostook picking up 16 points there, taking the lead. also the lead for highest jam.
And that being our biggest jam so far with 16 points for Aroostook, taking another lead change, 74 Aroostook, 67 New Hampshire roller derby.
Jamming now, we have Rapunzel and Terra Nova. Rapunzel able to get out first, picking up lead status for Aroostook. Terra Nova still trying to work through the pack here. Cycled back by Aroostook's blockers. And is now out of the pack. Rapunzel choosing to call off the jam there.
Hold on to that lead as long as you can, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we've got an official review from New Hampshire roller derby. And while our officials are talking about this review from New Hampshire, let me tell you about a charity that we are supporting today. A portion of the proceeds from this tournament will go to the Manchester Diaper Pantry. It is a non-profit organization based in Manchester, New Hampshire, dedicated to meeting the diaper needs of our families in our local community. Their mission is to provide free diapers and diapering essentials to families, regardless of income level, race, gender, ethnicity, or housing status, because we believe every child deserves access to clean, dry diapers, and that is certainly a missive that I can get behind. And for our next jam, we've got Legs for Aroostook going up against Josie Sparks. Legs out first as lead jammer, but both jammers out of the pack. We'll see how this plays out. And trying to keep that score parity. Legs calls the jam early.
Wise idea. Coming up now, we have number 17, Patty Spit, and 154, Elizabethan Tragedy.
Four and a half minutes left in this half, so we will see at least two more jams. Elizabethan Tragedy taking the outside for a quick lead. And Patty Spit able to make it out despite some solid defense. And Elizabethan Tragedy on a track cut, really close there on the outside. But now we have a power jam for Aroostook Roller Derby.
We also have a 2-minute jam, as Liz was our lead jammer and has now lost lead jammer status, going to the box.
Aroostook really making use of this, getting as many points as they can before Liz comes back on the track. Some well-executed offense from Aroostook, getting another 4 points for Patty Spitz.
And Liz through for 4 now.
Some big hits all around, even some jammer on jammer action we saw there on the last pass.
And Liz through. Liz through. Nice offense there on the inside from number 92, Blitzy Borden. And Patty Spit able to get out for 4 more at the very end there. Highest scoring jam of the game so far.
Especially when you consider both scores. 36 in one jam.
Yeah. An official timeout is called. Give another big thank you to one of our sponsors, StarPass Travels. Dreaming of your next travel destination? StarPass Travels helps teams get to tournaments and away games, and she curates custom travel plans for families, couples, and solo travelers. From weekend getaways or theme park adventures to international exploration or road trips. Reach out to StarPass Travels and let her handle the planning so you can enjoy the adventure.
We saw a slight adjustment to the score there. New Hampshire only 15, not the 16 points that we had initially seen. Our total score so far, 98 for Aroostook and 82 New Hampshire. Still a very close game with 1:56 left in this half.
And Rapunzel through for lead jammer status for Aroostook. Aroostook doing a very good job of being able to continuously cycle in front of Nova. Nova falling to a bit of a blocker stance there to help try and slow Rapunzel down. Aroostook doing an excellent job of doing what we in the Derby community refer to as getting the goat. If you don't know what that means, people, they try and hold back one or two of the opposing team's blockers to help their jammer guarantee those points, as well as spread the pack out in their favor.
Makes it much easier to get through. And for what could be our last jam of this half, we've got number 009, Wiley Biote, up against Josie Sparks. Josie Sparks with a lead jammer status.
Wiley Biote being held back here by New Hampshire. And Wiley Biote now out of the pack and eligible to score. Josie Sparks trying to get through on that outside line and choosing to call off the jam there. Looks like that is the end of our first half here. Score going into the second half will be Aroostook 104 and New Hampshire 85. We will see you guys back here in just under 15 minutes. Into our second half now, Aroostook roller derby with 104, New Hampshire roller derby with 85. Not too many penalties so far. It's a fairly clean game. Six penalties for New Hampshire. What was that, 12?
8 for New Hampshire and 12 for Aroostook.
12 for Aroostook, yep.
New Hampshire notably only has one person with 2 penalties, whereas Aroostook has 2 people with 3, so I'm sure they'll have an eye on that already.
And taking our first jam of the half, we have Liz and Rapunzel. Rapunzel starting from a little closer, able to power through the pack. Some nice offense there from number 8, that is Malus Borealis. And Rapunzel through for 4. Liz now out of the pack and eligible to score. Rapunzel through the pack and calling off the jam there.
Second jam of the half, we will see number 17, Patty Spit, going against 480, Josie Sparks. So far this game, we've seen some really solid offense from Ellison, number 626 on Aroostook.
New Hampshire.
On New Hampshire, thank you. Words are difficult.
Allison there with the run back of Patty Spit. And Ellison able to draw the track cut there. Josie, meanwhile, picking up lead jammer status. And with a power jam now for New Hampshire. New Hampshire blockers in position. And Josie through for 4 more there. Josie keeping an eye on the box. And signaling 2 blockers. Nice communication there. Patty Spit now back on track. Star in hand. 1 to beat. The 1 is Ellison, and Patty gets through. Josie getting through behind her and choosing to call off the jam.
New Hampshire trying to close that gap with 12 points on the last jam. Elizabethan Tragedy up against Legs in this. And we see Elizabethan Tragedy trying to whip around their own teammate, but receiving a track cut penalty in the process. Legs has, however, removed the star cover, so we will not have a lead jammer this jam. And we will see a fun 2-minute jam.
Legs fighting a New Hampshire tripod at the front here. And able to get through, picking up 4 for Aroostook. And both jammers through the pack there. Liz able to jump through there on the inside. And is out through the pack. Both jammers there picking up another 4. Both blocker cores kind of depleting as the jam goes on. New Hampshire just now gaining one more blocker on the track. Liz getting knocked over that inside line, cycling back here. And Legs able to get by. Last New Hampshire blocker at the time was number 731, Kim Possible. And Liz, skating backwards, sees the timings running out and is like, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, we're still just 5 minutes into the second half. There's still 25 minutes of derby left in this game. Got to conserve that energy.
Oh, yeah.
And here we have Juki Fruit for New Hampshire going against Rapunzel for Aroostook. Rapunzel going straight through the middle, but Juki able to make it out in front first, earning lead jammer. Rapunzel right behind them, though. Another fast-moving pack trying to prevent any points from the opposing team on New Hampshire. And Juki Fruit calls it off. Both teams see some points. We've got New Hampshire with 1 and Aroostook with 2.
Coming up next, we have number 5-2 Terra Nova and 1-7 Patty Spit.
And a fun-looking jam start here with both pivots on that line.
We love pivot line shenanigans here. Patty Spit trying to power through. New Hampshire tripod at the front, looking to help. Mouse Borealis trying to help their offense, unfortunately seeming to help out Terra Nova more so. Nova just about half a track ahead, heading back, hauling off the jam there. Looks like 2 points each.
And here we'll see Wiley Biote skating against number 480 Josie Sparks. Strong defense from both teams. Josie Sparks able to rip through, though, for a very quick lead jammer. Wiley Biote still struggling at the back of the pack. Big defense from Ellison.
A marvelous apex jump there from Josie. Wiley Biote out of the pack here. Josie fighting against 2 last blockers up there and choosing to call off the jam. Able to pick up 3 of those last 4 points. Coming up now, we have Elizabethan Tragedy and Rapunzel. Elizabethan Tragedy out of the pack first, it looked like, but there was a late track cut call there, so lead actually goes to Rapunzel. Rapunzel fighting against the New Hampshire wall at the front, able to get out of there. Aroostook hitting the pack there, breaking them up. Rapunzel through. Aroostook going down a blocker though. Using, that is number 8, Malice Borealis. Rapunzel fighting the New Hampshire wall at the front here. And Rapunzel through. Elizabethan Tragedy sent to the box again there, it looks like. Seeing a forearm motion. Rapunzel hitting the tripod at the front here. Ooh, bit of a tumble there. Everyone getting back up though. Rapunzel 2 to beat. And Rapunzel out of the pack once more. Only picking up 3 of those points. And Rapunzel through for 4 more. Looking like Rapunzel is going to run this jam the full 2 minutes. And Liz called for a last second track cut there. And that is number 5 for Liz. So we're gonna, it appears there's an official review probably called on that final penalty. We shall see
might be on
though.
the first one. We will see though.
It's on one of them.
Maybe 2. I don't know if you can do that actually.
No. Yeah, the announcers are having fun. We're having a good time here. This is a really close game so far. Score right now with just under 20 minutes left in our second half is Aroostook 156, New Hampshire 119. We've had some really big jams. And if you are watching and find yourself interested in roller derby, New Hampshire Roller Derby is always looking for new skaters, officials, and volunteers. You can email them at join@nhrollerderby.com for more information. Looks like New Hampshire does not keep their official review.
And it looks like we've still got Elizabethan Tragedy in the penalty box for the start of this jam. So that is a power jam start for Aroostook.
Oh! Big hit there. Patty Spit still trying to fight through, not able to get out yet. Knocked over that inside line by Ellison. Patty Spit hitting the pack here. And Liz in jumps the apex through for lead. We had a star pass to number 03. I believe that is Creek. Liz through for 4 more here. Or 4, rather. And Freak through. Liz going one more pass and calling off the jam there.
In our next jam, we've got Wiley Biote up against Juki Fruit. Wiley Biote out fast on the outside for lead jammer. Juki at the back of the pack with some help from Mackenzie Phillips.
And Wiley Biote through at the front 4-4. And Aroostook choosing to call off the jam there.
Oh, I wasn't sure who you picked or some new track. That's good. Well, yeah, but then
And jamming now, we have Legs and Terra Nova. Legs through the pack, picking up lead jammer status for Aroostook. And Terra Nova now out of the pack and eligible to score. Looks like that was number 03 Freak going to the box there for Aroostook. And jamming now, we have Josie, Sparks, and Rapunzel. Josie and Sparks able to find that inside the line and is through for lead jammer status. Rapunzel, one to beat, able to withstand that hit there and out of the pack now. Josie powering through the center there and calling off the jam. And the officials have called for a hydration break. Let our lovely officiating friends grab a drink. Meanwhile, you can grab a drink with us tomorrow at the after party at downtown at Strange Brew Tavern, immediately following the end of the final game. That is located at 88 Market Street in Manchester. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, all right.
Our challenge for the rest of the game.
We wouldn't want to summon the Kool-Aid Man, would we?
No, that's oh no. He
You're
says
right.
the oh
You're
yeah.
right, you're right. I've taken the stance of the Kool-Aid Man far too many times.
Yep. Looks like our next jam is going to be Patty Spit and Juki Fruit. And we have 2 skaters in the penalty box, it looks like. I can't see who from New Hampshire. I don't know if you can tell us big on the scoreboard. It is Hannibal Rector from New Hampshire. Neither jammer out for lead just yet. Ellison holding the line at the front there. Of course, I say that, and now Patty Spit gets out, gets lead jammer status. Juki with the star stashed. But unfortunately, Ellison, Juki's pivot is in the box. And Patty Spit powering through there. 4 more for Aroostook. Juki getting through the pack at the very end there. And our jammers are off. Taking lead jammer status for New Hampshire is Terra Nova. Wiley Biote still working through the track here. Wiley Biote out of the pack. And Terra Nova hitting the pack and calling off the jam there.
Smart play. Pick up those 3 points, and once you get stuck in the pack, just call it off. Prevent the other team from getting any. And this jam, we've got Rapunzel up against Josie Sparks. Rapunzel fast on the outside for lead jammer. Josie Sparks right behind them now. Love to see these fast-moving jams where all the skaters are going real quick. The pack, the jammers, everybody's just a-moving. Rapunzel calls it off after earning 4 and keeping New Hampshire down to 3.
Looks like coming up now we have Elizabethan Tragedy and Patty Spit. And Elizabethan Tragedy through, picking up lead jammer status for New Hampshire. Patty Spit still fighting against, it's Kim Possible at the front. And Patty Spit now out of the pack. Elizabethan Tragedy being told to call off the jam. Able to pick up full 4 though.
New Hampshire seems like they're trying to do these quick jams, pick up 4 points at a time, and just keep that clock being their best friend.
Coming up now, we have Terra Nova and Legs. And both jammers are off hitting the pack here. Oh!
Big hit from Terra Nova.
Big tumble there. Legs out first, but Nova able to skate out and get in front of Legs, causing Legs to call off the jam.
Rapunzel going up against Josie Sparks, back out there for New Hampshire.
Both jammers hitting the track here pretty hard. And Josie just barely beating Rapunzel out. And Josie calling up the jam, and New Hampshire calling an immediate timeout.
During this timeout, I've just got to take a personal moment and say Dry White Toast has one of the best swoopy whistles, which you will hear momentarily. Truly a work of art. Biohazards. So stick around for that.
Coming up now, we have Patty Spit and Juki Fruit. And Patty Spit is through for lead jammer. Ooh, Juki Fruit delivering a big hit there to 179 Barracuda Barbie. Juki with, ooh, another big hit there. And there's a power jam now for New Hampshire, which also means we're gonna go for the full 2 minutes here.
And Aroostook's really trying to make sure that New Hampshire can't score so much here by dragging that pack forward.
New Hampshire trying to force the pack to stretch out. And Juki is through. 4-4. Patty Spit able to get through on the inside there. Juki working through, one to beat at the front. Juki working through here still. Patty Spit, meanwhile, picking up that 4. Aroostook down to 3 blockers on the track. Patty Spit through 4 more. Oh, Juki able to stay on those wheels just inside that line.
Really impressive control from Juki there, staying in on that 4th turn there. Another big 2-minute jam. 15 points in that one for Aroostook, 12 for New Hampshire. Nearly at the 2-century mark with 199 for Aroostook and 155 for New Hampshire Roller Derby. Now seeing Terra Nova and Wiley Biote facing off in this jam. Both jammers really trying to power through their respective blocking walls. And Terra Nova makes it out first on the inside.
Wiley Biote knocked over that inside line there. Cycling back now. Able to find that outside line. Oh, almost over, but goes just over the line. Cycling back. Wiley Biote still trying to make this initial pass here. Terra Nova through for 4. Choosing to call off that jam. Coming up now, we have Josie Sparks and Rapunzel. Rapunzel trying to find that inside line, not quite able to get it. Josie, meanwhile, out on the outside. Has lead jammer status. Pack moving into the straightaway here. Josie trying to get through the pack, hitting that last blocker and calling off the jam. Both jammers picking up 2 points.
Little more than 6 minutes left in this game. Elizabethan Tragedy skating against Patty Spip in this jam.
And both jammers are off. And Liz able to get over the line on that inside and pick up lead jammer status. Patty Spit with the star in hand now, also out of the pack. Oh, nice pirouette there on the outside, aligned by Elizabethan Tragedy, calling up the jam there and picking up 4 points. Jamming now, we have Legs and Terra Nova. Nova powering through. Oh, big fall there, but Legs back up. Terra Nova, meanwhile, trying to power through here against this Aroostook 2 wall, getting knocked over that outside line and cycled back. Legs out of the pack now. And Nova calling off the jam. New Hampshire calling a timeout here.
I think they're really trying to stretch that clock. They have time. As long as they can play the clock smart, 4 points per jam, they can get there still.
It's 2 separate containers.
Yeah. I figured it probably gets soggy.
Our score currently with just over, or just under 4.5 minutes on the period clock is Aroostook 201 to New Hampshire Roller Derby 169.
It's such a good swoopy, right?
It's very good, very good. Josie and Rapunzel are both off that jammer line, and Josie able to power throw, find that inside line, and pick up lead. Rapunzel hot on Josie's heels. Josie powering through the pack, picking up 4. Rapunzel also out for 4. Oh, Josie with the apex jump. Apparently getting a track cut. So now that is a power jam for Rapunzel, and this jam's gonna go the full 2 minutes. Aroostook's blockers breaking up the New Hampshire wall. All blockers in position. Rapunzel able to shove right on through. 4 more points picked up there by Aroostook. Josie on those toe stops on the outside line, able to get through, picks up 4. Rapunzel through for 4 more. Josie, nice little spin off of the blocker there, able to get through. Rapunzel dodging that last hit there. Definitely see everyone on the track currently slowing down a little bit. 2-minute jam is exhausting. And that whistle ends our jam.
I feel like every time we've seen a 2-minute jam, they have been really high scoring.
Oh yeah. This is actually our highest scoring jam of the game. That is 25 points picked up there by Rapunzel for Aroostook.
Strong showing.
Very strong.
Elizabethan Tragedy facing off against Patty Spit. Minute 50 left in this game. See what these jammers can do.
Oh, Liz able to stay on that toe somehow. Oh. Looked like she was on her toe. Apparently, the refs have spoken. She was not. That also is number 6 for Elizabethan Tragedy. And with that no pack call, looks like we're getting a destruction penalty called on one of the Aroostook blockers. Patty Spit fighting against Vigor Mortis and Kim Possible at the front here. Choosing to call off the jam there.
Notably, Elizabethan Tragedy still has 4 seconds in the box, so Aroostook will have another power start with 45 seconds left in this game. And if my math is doing me right, unless there's some timeouts called, I think this is our last jam of this game.
You never know. You say that, now we're going to have another jam.
It could be that I'm trying to put out into the world that we have another jam.
And Wiley Biote hitting the pack. Little slower here. Not quite lead yet. And Liz through for lead. Wiley Biote cycled back, but gets the track cut. This is going to be big for New Hampshire here. Liz 1 to beat, able to get on by, picking up 4. Liz communicating with her blockers. Oh, beautiful little apex jump there from Liz. New Hampshire once more trying to get a goat. And New Hampshire preparing to slow down Wiley Biote here. Wiley Biote still has to make this initial pass. And Wiley Biote is through, now eligible to score. Liz getting through the pack there and calling off the jam. That was our last jam for this game.
My manifesting did not work.
Your manifesting did not work. So, we're gonna wait for our officials to finish conferring for our final scores. And that is our final score, taking home the win from this game. That is Aroostook Roller Derby with 233 points to New Hampshire Roller Derby's 195. Thank you. Watching on the stream, our next game starts at 4. That is Salt City Roller Derby versus Aroostook Roller Derby. All right, and welcome back everybody to our last game for the day. This is Salt City Roller Derby versus Aroostook Roller Derby Biohazards. Playing for Salt City today, we have 003 Sinful, 010 Amanda Hug and Kill, number 015 109 Dead Time Story, 1-3 Slay West, 167 Judith Smackabee, one of your captains, number 1701 Jumper Bones, number 1989 Malibu's Barbie, number 2 Shove Me 2 Times, 2-1 Deadpool, 316 Shakespeare in the Skate Park, number 32 Gardner, number 394 Shoves Ferratu, number 704 Candy Crusher, number 812 Ipso Smackdo, number 919 Vi, your other captain, number 93 Paddywhack, and number 97 Unholy Ravioli. Coaching Salt City, we have Mama Menace.
And for your Aroostook Roller Derby Biohazards, number 0, Locomotive Lopez, 00 Bumper, 009 Wiley Biote, 017 Melon, 03 Freak, 150 Roly Poly, 17 Patty Spit, 179 Barracuda Barbie, 21 Shorty, 28 Legs, 309 Raz McStabs, 314 Wolf E, 32 Sasshole, 369 Number Muncher, 518 Heartless Birch, number 6 Rapunzel, 714 Guerra Sucia, number 8 Malice Borealis, number 888 Narwin, number 999 Tuck Her Up, coached today by Truck Norris and Bruce Lee. And our starting jammers for this game are going to be number 6, Rapunzel, going up against number 9-3, Paddywhack for Salt City.
And with that whistle, both of our jammers are off here, and Gang 3 has started. Oh, Rapunzel appears able to get out, but had a no earned pass, so does not have the jammer status. Oh, and Paddywhack just took off the star, so our first jam's going for the full 2 minutes.
Strong start, love to see it.
Rapunzel looking to complete this scoring pass, and that is the out of play. Rapunzel is out, picking up 4 here for Aroostook. And we had a star pass from Paddywhack to, I believe that is number, 1-3, Slay West.
And Rapunzel there trying to call it, but is not lead jammer, so we will be continuing for the next 60 seconds.
Walls set up here in turn 3. Slay West tries to go for an apex jump, does not land it. Tries
nice
to
whip off their teammate there.
Yep, able to get through both jammers. A little jammer love tap here. Slay West trying to slow Rapunzel down, maybe get the jammer knockout, not able to. Salt City grabbing a goat here. For those just tuning in or who are unfamiliar with a goat, goat is when one roller derby wall of blockers traps another back behind them to hold a point or make it easier for the jammer to get through. Oh, Rapunzel going in there pretty quick, taking a bit of a tumble. Everyone back up though. Looks like Aroostook with 16, Salt City with 12, and 1 in the box.
And Legs going up against Vi for Salt City. Both jammers fighting their respective walls. Vi out in front, almost through, and makes lead jammer. And we're seeing a multiplayer block, I believe, against Salt City. And legs out of the pack on their first scoring run. Vi stuck the back of the Aroostook pack, calls the jam off. Looks like they may have picked up a couple points there. Yep, that's 3. And holding Aroostook to 0.
Coming up next, we have, that is number 369, Number Muncher, and number 32, Gardner. Both walls starting up at the pivot line. Aroostook blockers trying to kind of break up the pack at the front there. It is Malice Borealis, and yep, that is Number Muncher through for lead. Gardner was still looking to make a way through the pack, and Number Muncher choosing to call off the jam.
Looked like Heartless Birch, number 518, received a penalty near the end of that jam, so Aroostook will be starting 1 down with number 009, Wiley Biote, skating against Ipsos Smacto for Salt City. Ipsos Smacto out of the pack, early lead jammer. Coming around on their scoring pass. Wiley Biote still stuck in that pack on their initial.
Wiley Biote one to beat at the front here. And knocked to the outside. Knocked down once more. Blockers are just dropping here.
I think we may have 4 in the box right now.
I do believe so. At least 3. Yep, I see 3 up there.
I bet they're having a nice little party in there.
Yeah, not usually what you want to see this early in a game, but both teams have a chance to kind of clean it up.
Should be noted, both teams have already played a game today. Aroostook playing the very last game not too long ago.
Jamming now, we have Legs and...
Shove Me 2 times.
Yep, Shove Me 2 times. Legs is through at the front, picking up lead jammer status for Aroostook. Shove Me 2 times, working against this Aroostook wall here. 2 to beat at the front now. 1, and Shove Me 2 times is out now.
All 3 blockers being released from the penalty box at the same time, right as the jam was called, so we didn't get to see them enter the fray. But Aroostook picks up 4 points for us, evening up the score, 22 all.
And jamming once more, we have 919 Vi, and that is 150 Roly Poly. Vi gets out for lead jammer status for Salt City. Big knockout to the outside and cycle back by number 003, Sinful. Roly Poly now through the pack though. Vi with lead in front, going to hit the pack there and call off the jam. We'll see if Vi had the right timing. It looks like Vi did. That is 3 more points picked up by Salt City, none by Aroostook.
Now we've got Rapunzel going up against number 32, Gardner. Gardner pushing out in front.
Aroostook losing their pivot there to a forearm penalty, it looked like, and Gardner getting out with lead. Gardner hitting the pack here and choosing to call off the jam. Coming up for our next jam, we have 009 Wiley Biote and number 93 Paddywhack. And jamming now, we have Paddywhack and Wiley Biote. Wiley Biote working against a tripod at the front here. 2 to beat. Nice spins there, trying to stay on those toe-stops, side surfing along the out, and is out. Picking up lead jammer status for Aroostook. Paddywhack also out of the pack now. And Wiley Biote choosing to call off the jam there.
I don't know about you, Beta, but I always like seeing the different ways that jammers approach the blocking wall. I feel like just now we saw Wiley Biote really approach it with an explosive kind of tact.
Yeah, to try and like confuse them. There's so many different like ways we've seen jamming today. It's all very interesting. Up now we have, that is 017 Melon against 812 Ipsos Macdo. Ipsos Macdo able to find that inside the line there. Melon hot on their heels though. And very beautiful apex jump there from Ipsos Macdo.
Salt City pushing that lead up to 37 to 24 for Aroostook.
And jamming now, we have, that is number 28 Legs and the number 2 Shove Me 2 Times. Both jammers kind of stuck here in a bit of a pile up. Is it the announcer curse? Shove Me 2 Times is out of the pile up, but still has blockers to beat and is out, picking up lead jammer status for Salt City. There's a start pass for Aroostook to Shorty. And Shove Me 2 Times calling off the jam there. Timeout called by Salt City. If you guys are interested in roller derby, we are always looking for new skaters, officials, and volunteers. You can email join@nhrollerderby.com for more information.
I would guess that the sample size
lining up now. We have number 6, Rapunzel, and 919, Vi. Both jammers looking to work through the pack here. Aroostook with the blocker advantage here. Salt City down 1. And Rapunzel is through, picking up lead jammer status for Aroostook. Vi now also out of the pack and eligible to score. Both blocker contingencies down to only 3 blockers on the track. And Rapunzel choosing to call off the jam as Vi approaches. Three points picked up by Aroostook there.
And going into our 12th jam, we've got number 9-3, Paddywhack, going up against 009, Wiley Biote. Wiley Biote showing us that explosive jamming again. Both jammers fighting their respective walls. Strong defense from both teams. Number 150, Roly Poly coming in for some offense. But that offense came at the wrong direction and back to the box for Roly Poly. Wiley Biote getting lead jammer. I believe we just saw a star pass to Slay West for Salt City.
That we did. That is Slay West's second star pass.
We've got Gardner going up against Barracuda Barbie, excuse me. A lot of B's in that name. We're seeing some really, really strong defense. This pack is being split wide, freak bridging, allowing the pack to be redefined. But Gardner gets out as lead jammer. Barracuda Barbie looking to take off that star cover.
Oh, and that is Barracuda Barbie's pivot going to the box. So Barracuda Barbie not able to do much with the star just yet, just keeping it in hand. Gardner, meanwhile, going for another pass here. One to beat. And Gardner is through. Gardner looking for that inside line tripod, able to cycle in front of Gardner though. Barracuda Barbie held at the back here by, it is number 2-1, Deadpool. Gardner still looking to complete this third pass here. Being cycled back and calling the jam there. That is an official timeout called for a hydration break for our lovely officials. that whistle means we are back. Looks like jamming next we're gonna have 812 Ipsos Smacto and 28 Legs. And both jammers are off some nice offense there from Locomotive Lopez. And the Legs is out with lead jammer status for Aroostook. Ipsos Smacto able to get by on that outside line. Now eligible to score. Ipsos Smacto coming up on the pack here, and Legs choosing to call off the jam. Salt City able to pick up 2 there. Aroostook 3. Score is now Aroostook 32, Salt City 55.
And Rapunzel out fast, right through the middle. Our lead jammer. Shoved me 2 times working on their initial pass, while Rapunzel comes round to score a fast 4 points. Aroostook's defense holding shoved me 2 times back. Star pass completed. New jammer Amanda Hugginkill for Salt City. And Rapunzel makes it through one more time and calls the jam. Total of 8 points for Aroostook, bringing our total 40 points Aroostook, 55 Salt City roller derby.
Next jam we have 919 Vi and 009 Wiley Biote. Both of our jammers are off. Vi almost out. just 1 blocker to beat at the front, and Wiley Biote able to get by though, finding that outside line, picking up lead for Aroostook. Vi getting cycled back here. 2 to beat at the front. And Vi is now out and eligible to score for Salt City. Wiley Biote choosing to call off the jam there.
Some amazing one-on-one defense from Shorty there on Aroostook, that jam. Single-handedly holding the opposing jammer back. This time we've got number 3-2, number 3-2 Gardner going up against number 017 Mellon. And Mellon called lead right on the outside, blowing past, but Gardner right on their heels. Fast-moving packs, see what score can be had here. Mellon able to pick up 1 point before calling it off, keeping Gardner and Salt City down to 0 for this jam.
This is what you gotta do sometimes. You just gotta chip away at the lead.
Like it's a big ice block,
Yeah.
which I bet we could all use right now.
Yeah, it is very toasty here at the JFK today.
I blame all the skaters, honestly. They're working up a sweat and making the rest of us hot too.
Yeah. Jamming now, we have number 28 Legs and number 812 Ipsos Macdo. Both jammers still fighting through. Ipsos Macdo getting out first, picking up lead for Salt City. Legs about probably a half a track behind. And Ipsos Macdo hitting the outside there and calling off the jam. 2 points picked up by Ipso Smacto here.
And we've got Shove Me 2 Times going up against Rapunzel for the Aroostook Biohazards. Freak with some strong offense there, plowing past the Salt City defense, allowing Rapunzel to take an early lead. That strong offense can just tear apart a defensive wall and really make it easy for the Jammer to score. Rapunzel on their scoring pass, called it off, only picking up. Waiting for that score to go up. We're waiting. Always got to make sure we have proper passing of the opposing hips. And it looks like we had 0 in that pass. So a 0 all jam, keeping us 45 to 57.
And jamming now, we have 919 Vi and 009 Wiley Biote. Aroostook down a blocker. And Vi able to power through at the front and pick up lead jammer status for Salt City. Wiley Biote still working through the pack here. Oh, and Vi going in and just bouncing off of one of our blockers here. That is number 369, Number Muncher. And Vi calling off the jam there. Aroostook is calling an official review here. We will let you know what for if we find out. In the meantime, be sure to head on over to our vendor area. Our charity, the Manchester Diaper Pantry, has a table set up, as well as a fundraising table and NHRD merch. And we also have Painted Rain Studio in the vendor area. And it appears that Aroostook does not retain. Yep, they do not retain. And jamming now, we have Heartless Birch and Gardner. This is our first time seeing Heartless Birch out there as a jammer. We've seen Gardner quite a bit. Gardner, cycling back here. Heartless Birch hit to the outside. And Gardner through for lead for Salt City. Heartless Birch with the star off. Gardner hit to the inside. And it appears we had a star pass from Heartless Birch to Melon. Melon with the star in hand, now through the pack. Gardner at the back, calling for some offense, and then calling off the jam. Three points picked up there by Salt City. And now we have a Salt City official review called. Once again, if we find out any information, we will let you guys know.
I believe this official review is being used as a timeout. With only 5 minutes left, probably just want to make use of it before it goes away forever.
Before you lose it anyway.
Yeah. I imagine the refs are thrilled about an official review where they don't have to review anything officially.
Yes.
A nice little breather for everybody. Looks like our next jam will be number 93, Paddywhack, and 6, Rapunzel.
I think they're going to skate backwards.
And our jammers are off. Some offense here from Malice Borealis, trying to get Rapunzel out. And Rapunzel is out first. Paddywhack right behind her, though. Both jammers looking to hit the pack at about the same time. Oh, and Rapunzel taking a bit of a tumble right back up, though. Everyone all good. Rapunzel one to beat at the front there and is out. Paddywhack also through, 4 points each. Rapunzel looking to just power through here and does just that, calls off the jam. 4 more picked up there by Rapunzel.
We got a really close game so far. 53 to 67. Only a 14-point difference. Quick maths.
Good job.
Thanks, I was worried.
Coming up now, we have an official timeout. That has been confirmed. They did assess an illegal contact, so Salt City will be starting with a power jam. Ipsos Facto off the line, finding that inside, and is out with the lead. Ipsos Facto coming up into the pack here. Pack moving fairly quickly through the straightaway. Ipsos Facto knocked to the outside. Coming up against a tripod here at the front. That is a multiplayer block called on, I believe, Barracuda Barbie. Ipsos Facto coming around again here. Rapunzel back on the track now. Now out and eligible to score. And Ipsos Facto getting through that last time and calling off the jam. Ipsos Facto able to pick up 8 points for Salt City.
Starting down a power jam with only 3 blockers is tough, I imagine.
Oh, definitely. I've also just received word we will be drawing raffles at halftime. And jamming now, we have Legs and Shove Me 2 times. Both walls doing a very solid job of keeping the jammers from getting out.
I'm hearing a lot of really solid communication on both teams, those defensive walls. Shove Me 2 times does make it out through their wall and picks up lead jammer.
Legs with the star in hand is now out of the pack and eligible to score for Aroostook. Shove Me 2 times out, picking up 4, and bench letting Shove Me 2 times know to call off the jam, keeping Aroostook scoreless for that jam.
And now we have number 009, Wiley Biote, going up yet again against Vi, number 919 for Salt City. I feel like both of these skaters have pretty similar skating styles, and we get to see them kind of explode ping pong against each of their defensive walls. Vi out in the front wall, but Wiley Biote quickly approaching.
Salt City doing a very good job of trying to recycle and stay in front of Wiley Biote, but Wiley Biote is out of the pack with lead. And that is a penalty called on Vi, so Aroostook now has the power jam. Wiley Biote looking to complete this initial scoring pass here. Salt City doing a very excellent job of keeping Wiley Biote from getting out. Aroostook, though, holding a goat in the vat, keeping pack advantage on their side. And that is the end of that jam. And a timeout now.
Salt City wanting one more jam with only 4 minutes left on the half clock. 4 seconds. I might have said 4 minutes.
I think you did. It's fine. We know what you meant.
Sweet.
Score with likely one final jam, likely, as Aroostook 56 to Salt City 79. Listen, Go-Go, some shenanigans could happen here. People still have timeouts.
That's true. I was Googling it, update, I say, likely the last jam. And not definitely the last jam. I mean, yeah, some of it could be like 1 second, and then immediately follow.
another power start, looks like, with number
6, Rapunzel. Rapunzel finding that opening on the inside, out and with lead. Vi now on the track as well. Star in hand. 2 to beat at the front here. Vi still looking to complete this initial pass. Salt City doing a good job of keeping Rapunzel back. Only 1 against Vi now, and Vi is out. Rapunzel 3 to beat. And that is the end of that jam. 4 points picked up by Aroostook. 3 by Salt City. Making our score going into intermission. Aroostook 60, Salt City 82.
With Aroostook starting with 2 people in the penalty box, that might mean Salt City has a nice strong advantage going into that first jam, second half.
Yep, and for that first jam in the second half, we will see you in just around 14 and a half minutes. off the jam there before Ipso can hit the pack and pick up any points.
Going into our 11th jam, we're seeing number 6 Rapunzel going back up against Shove Me 2 Times.
Rapunzel
Rapunzel with some fancy footwork to take lead, dodging past that lone blocker. Shove Me 2 Times, about a half a lap back.
and Rapunzel calls off the jam there. And both of our jammers are off. Once again, very strong walls. That's number 150, Roly Poly, going in for some offense there, helping get Melon out. Ooh, Melon trying to find that outside line. Not quite able to find it, though. Made a star pass to Amanda Hugginkill.
And our officials are enjoying a hydration break, and you should too.
Definitely be sure to hydrate, especially with the heat lately. And we are off jamming now. We have Rapunzel and Paddywhack. Both jammers stuck here in the middle of a clump of a pack. Paddywhack, yeah, Paddywhack almost out, but Munchper said, no, Paddywhack able to get through there finally, though. Picking up a lead for Salt City. Rapunzel still working through the pack here. Salt City doing an excellent job of slowing Rapunzel down here. Some offense from the Aroostook blockers. And Rapunzel now with the star in hand.
And there's the pass officially called. Roly Poly's our new jammer.
And Paddywhack through for four more. Roly Poly working against the Salt City blockers here. Cycling back now.
And Huggins just absolutely refusing to allow Roly Poly through.
And Paddywhack, with just that one blocker to beat, is out for four more. And with this jam, let it be known, we have finally broke the century mark. Paddywhack still trying to fight through for another scoring pass here. Oh! And Paddywhack falling off the jam there. Waiting to see final scores from that jam. Official timeout. taking a power start, we have number 28, Legs, with Ipso Smacto serving a penalty in the box for Salt City. Aroostook going down a blocker here. Legs really trying to power through. Salt City doing a magnificent job of being able to keep Legs from immediately getting that lead jammer status with a power jam start. And Ipso now on the track. Oh, not quite inside the lines for that apex jump. Very cool looking though.
Super heads up though to be able to identify that.
Oh yes, very good track awareness. Neither jammer out for lead yet. Could be anyone's lead. And Ipso out with lead jammer status for Salt City. And Legs also out as well. And that is the end of our jam. Salt City looks like picking up one there.
Next we'll see number 6 Rapunzel going up against number 32 Gardner. Rapunzel on the outside, able to jump over his skater, pick up lead jammer. Gardner is still stuck in the pack. I'm sure Rapunzel wants to take as much advantage of this as they can. And Gardner, both jammers out of the pack. Rapunzel calls it, trying to save that score discrepancy. Picks up 4 points, taking Aroostook to 88 to Salt City's 113. I believe quick maths tells us that's 25 points difference.
Your quick maths was correct.
Sick. Heartless Birch now skating against Shove Me 2 times.
Some fun jammer on jammer blocking there. And Heartless Birch using the bit of confusion from Salt City as to what was going on to get out and pick up lead jammer status. Shove Me 2 times, also out of the pack though and eligible to score. And Heartless Birch calling off the jam there.
Picking up all 4 points on that first pass though. 92 to 113. 9 minutes 39 left in this game. We've got Melon skating against Vi.
And
on the inside.
very, very nice there. Melon out of the pack as well, though.
Melon hits the Aroostook wall and stops. Calls off the jam, and that is 1 point for Salt City, 0 for Aroostook.
Coming up next, we have Ipsos Macto and Rapunzel. And both of our jammers are off. Rapunzel trying to force through. Nice little whip off of number 8, Malice Borealis, and finds that outside line to pick up lead jammer status. Ipsos Macto still looking to get through the pack here. Rapunzel making that first scoring pass, able to stay in bounds after that hit there. Picks up 4. And it appears we had a star pass from Ipsos Macdo to Amanda Hugginkill. And Rapunzel getting through and calling off the jam there.
Picking up 8 points takes us 100 for Aroostook. The 114 Salt City. This game gets closer and closer.
Salt City calling a timeout here. As far as penalties so far this game, we have 22 for Aroostook, 14 for Salt City. We have a couple skaters with 4, one with 5. For the most part, though, it's been relatively clean. And coming up now, we have number 93, Paddywhack, and number 28, Legs. And both jammers are off. Paddywhack with the immediate star pass to, that is number, what was that, 13, Slay West. And Legs gets lead at jammer status.
Big hit from, I believe that is Shorty on Aroostook, knocking Slay West out on the inside.
And Legs through for 4. Slay West cycled back again.
Very strong defense from Aroostook, really trying to bridge this gap.
Salt City working to keep Aroostook from picking up any more points this jam. That is penalties on 2 different blockers there. Both jammers stuck here. Neither Legs nor Slay West able to get through right here.
Strong defense from both teams, holding both jammers back.
And Legs calling off the jam there. Only 2 seconds left on the clock, though.
Down to a 7-point game. Aroostook 107, Salt City 114. Just shy of 5 minutes left in this game. It is anyone's game still. 919 by JK. That is a timeout for the officials.
Jammers got excited. They heard a whistle. Whistle usually means go.
It does, unless it's, followed by 3 more.
Yeah.
And then it means stop everything. Roller derby has so many fun whistle sounds.
Too many. There's too many whistles.
There's only like 4.
That's too many.
There's go, there's stop, there's timeout, which is there's penalty, which is another stop, right?
And then there's lead. It's
There's
too-
lead, which is 2. Yeah, that's only 4 different ones.
There's too many.
All right. Ooh, I forgot the swoopy. That's my favorite.
Yes,
It's
yes.
the most fun.
I can't do it.
Oh, it takes practice. It takes practice, but it's an art, I would say. you got to practice in your backyard at home.
Oh, yes. I'm sure my dog will love that.
I bet, yeah. Train your puppy to come whenever there's the swoopy whistle. And that way it would never be confused with anybody else's whistle. 'Cause
Perfect.
Who's doing swoopies in the park?
I don't know. Good point.
Sounds like a good Shakespeare company. Swoopies in the park.
Swoopies in the park. We do have a skater that's
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare in the skate park.
Yeah.
I hope they speak in iambic pentameter.
I could see that being like annoying after a while, even like as the person trying to do it, having to remember to do it.
That's fair.
We have Slay West serving a penalty for Salt City.
And Rapunzel is off as a power jammer. Fast moving pack. And Rapunzel out as lead and only jammer at present. Jammer's fallen off the track one by one as penalties abound. Rapunzel weaving through for 4 solid points.
Ripping through, you might say. Slay West on the track now for Salt City.
And with that 4-point pass, we have a lead change. Aroostook 1 point in the lead at present.
Aroostook also, though, down to only 2 blockers on the track at the moment. And Slay West is through, just as Aroostook gains 1 more blocker. And Rapunzel choosing to call off the jam. Picking up 12 points that jam.
3 minutes 20 left with Aroostook 119, Salt City 114. What an exciting game here we have, folks. Next we'll see Roly Poly 150 skating for Aroostook against Vi 919 for Salt City. Bit of a chaotic melee there in the middle. But Vi able to squeak around out the outside.
Lots of really good communication you could hear there between the Salt City blockers and their jammer.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch. Such cohesive teamwork.
And by calling off the jam there. And Aroostook calls a timeout. Looks like 1 point was picked up by Salt City there.
And at this point, every single point matters.
Yeah, it's such a close game.
Two minutes 31 left. We do still have 2 more timeouts on Aroostook, and each team has their official review, which can be used as a timeout. So we could see a fairly long rest of this game, all about tactics and how to approach to get that final few points to squeak out the win here. What a beautiful swoopy.
And jamming now, we have Ipsos Macto and Heartless Birch. And Heartless Birch at the front here. And Ipsos Macto cycled to the back there.
2 blockers so far with foreign penalties, but the remaining blockers still making hard work for these jammers. However, Heartless Birch does get out in front, followed now by ipso facto. My apologies, ipso smacto.
And Heartless Birch going to call off the jam there.
Ipso smacto able to pick up 2 points there at the end. Aroostook only leading by 1 in that jam. Still up by 5 in total, 122 to 117.
Up in just 1:20 left on the game clock. Jamming now, we have Vi and Rapunzel. And Rapunzel is through, picking up the lead for Aroostook.
These lead jams in this late in this close game are so important as well. Being able to control the flow of the game as we see Aroostook doing here. Rapunzel gets through for 4 points and waits until the last moment to call it. Salt City does pick up 1. And Salt City using their official review as a timeout. Again, that clock control is so important right now.
Yep, only 30 seconds left on the game clock. When
going into what could be our last, we've got number 812, Ipsos Smacto as lead jammer for Salt City. Absolutely powering across the track. Number 6, Rapunzel, still stuck behind the Salt City pack. Loco and Shorty coming around to block Ipsos Smacto, trying to prevent any additional passes. But Ipsos Smacto able to make it through for 4 points. Our period clock is down to 0. This will be our last jam. Rapunzel making it through for 4 points. An attempted apex jump from Ipsos Smacto. Didn't quite make it. Recycled. And fighting for that position. Both jammers trying to make it through. And red 812, our jammer Ipsos Smacto on a track cut penalty. That means this will be a full 2-minute jam. And Rapunzel on that power jam.
Uh-oh, time for the good old jammer do-si-do. Rapunzel going to the box and will spend the same amount of time that Ipso Smacto spent in the box there. Pack taking the second to get in position.
What an exciting final jam we had. If Ipso Smacto can power through this pack, pick up those 4 points, that could be it.
And Rapunzel is back on the track now. And that is the end. We will see what our point totals come out to be.
Wow, what a nail biter. This is the unofficial score, folks. Let us wait for that final swoopy whistle from WEB Destroys.
We are waiting for our final score.
And there you have it, folks. Aroostook Roller Derby 129, winning by 3 points against Salt City Roller Derby's 126. What a match.
I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. where Aroostook will be playing Rock City. That was our game 3 and final game of the day for the Granite Invitational. I am in beta.
And I am big.
And we will see you tomorrow.